Hi guys, Adam with you again. Today I'm going to rehouse my Phormictopus species Dominican purple. I've had this little beauty for about 18 months now. Started off as a 2 centimetre coffee bean wiry spider. I'll throw a photo up. And within 18 months, no exaggeration, she's turned into a 6-inch purple people eater. So it's pretty amazing growth rate. They're a New World species, South American, obviously from the species name. The Phormictopus genus is a bit of a mess. Some people have called them in the past Quartus violet, the species Dominican purple. There's no scientific denomination of the name yet, but we'll go with Dominican purple for now. But whatever the science is, she's absolutely beautiful. She's currently in one of these smaller Arachnosis enclosures. I'll put the model number up on the screen. She's rapidly outgrown it, as you'll see. So I've decided to go up a couple of sizes. She'll hit roughly an 8-inch leg span apparently, and they're big chunky spiders, the Phormictopus species. So I've gone for an absolutely Rehoused enclosure, again from Arachnosis. So it's bigger than me and I'm a large fellow. And she should grow into that relatively quickly. Like I say, the growth rate has been insane, and she is a genuine 6 inches, not a man 6 inches already. So I want to give her a bit more room, give her a couple of hides, find her somewhere comfortable, and make her the house she deserves. So without further ado, let's move her. So hopefully I've got enough substrate for this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start with some of this Earth Tiger mix on the bottom because it holds moisture for the plants. I know nothing about plants, but from what the kind gentleman told me, they should be super suitable for this enclosure because they're South American, live in a relatively humid climate. Niku, she's going to enjoy the moisture in the enclosure, so they should be good friends. So let's start getting this enclosure out of the wrapping and get to building the enclosure. Let me, this looks amazing. What an absolute beautiful enclosure these are. Just going to get rid of that. Throwing that plastic away. Right then, let's get a bottom layer in first. I'm just going to size this cork bark up as well. Yeah, that should be, I might do 2 hides, I might do 1 depending, I'm not sure as of yet. I've got more substrate, this cool little water dish. Purple people eater deserves the best. I think that's going to fit her aesthetic pretty good. So, right, let's get a bottom layer of substrate in. I think I've already got some, yeah, this is open. This Earth Tiger mix, like I said, going on the bottom. It holds moisture really well, so that should help the plants. And then I'm going to use the rainforest mix on top. So hopefully she'll enjoy that. Hopefully I've got enough substrate to do this. If not, you'll see a surprise cut to the video, and then me waiting patiently for another order of substrate. But let's go. Pop that in there. Maybe get a little bit of this substrate underneath so she could dig it out as she's happy. Yeah, maybe 1 there. Or this one here. Okay, so I finally finished the enclosure. I had a few issues. First of all, didn't buy enough substrate, so bought some more, and I've packed a bit of an angled substrate going up towards the back, so there's plenty to burrow into for the hide that I've got in the middle. I've got the plant at the back, a little plant at the front, this cool little skeleton water dish, and here's the big girl ready to go into her enclosure. So I'm just going to see if I can get a few shots of her before, because she's sat out nicely. Yeah, so the substrate is a mix of the Spider Shop substrate mixes, Rainforest and Earth Tiger. They both retain moisture. Phormictopus genus is South American. They like a bit of moisture in the soil. So that makes my job easier. And after listening to the gent at the Jungle Club, told me that these plants would be fine with a weekly watering regime. So hopefully this will be a success. They've been bedded in for a little while now, these plants, so fingers crossed. So here's the big girl. I'm just going to open the top nice and gentle and give you a look at her.
That's a huge bitch!
Because she is absolutely gorgeous. Incredibly quickly growing, these Phormictopus species, from what I've heard, and definitely from what I've experienced. This is like 2.5 years growth. She stretches her legs out. She's 6 inches, maybe more already. So hopefully those colours are coming through on the camera. Got her nicely lit, so fingers crossed you can just see how beautiful she is. We'll try and get some shots of her in a new enclosure as well. Okay, got my catch cup, got my brush, and let's see how well behaved the purple people eater is. Yeah, I'm going to try and catch cup her, but if it's not the best way, because she's incredibly big in this enclosure already, I might try another method, but let's try this one first because it's one I'm comfortable with. You always get a million comments, why don't you do it a different way? I always think it's best to work the way that you're comfortable rather than the way that people seem to think you have to do something for it to be correct, but this is comfortable for me, so hopefully it's comfortable for the purple people eater too. Let's see how she goes. She's generally been very well behaved, but she can have her moments, and the size of her, then those moments are quite funny. Blooming heck, you could feel the strength and the power. Oh no, she's gone back in. Gone back in. My God, she's got some weight to her. Yeah, I might have to disassemble the enclosure a little bit, unfortunately. You stay in there. So hopefully now we can nudge her around and get her into this cup. She's so fast for a big girl, she really is. There we go. You're in. Well done, big girl. Well done. Hold her up so you can take a look. Yeah, she's a little bit stressed, so I'll just try and get this done as quickly as possible. I just don't want to stress the poor thing out. She doesn't look as big as she did for a couple of seconds ago, did she? So I'm just going to pop her somewhere safe, and we'll get to moving her into her new house. So we have the beast nicely catch cupped, and the enclosures looking all ready for her, so I'll try and coax her out into the enclosure and hopefully get some shots of her in the new enclosure. She's been relatively well behaved, and the thing that shocked me, considering she's only this size, she literally pushed that cup. She's a very, very strong girl. So I'm just going to nudge her out onto here if she'll go. Here you go, back up. Back up. There we are. Wow, look at her. Hopefully she'll like it. It's probably a bit big for her at this stage, but the size of these things apparently get, I've heard people say they've got 8 1/4 inch spiders, and you know, as long as she enjoys it. Her colours are insane. I really hope this comes out in the video. Such an amazing looking creature. Well, apart from the substrate debacle and me not being able to do basic high school level maths to work out how much substrate I needed, that went really well. Niku is really happy in her new house. She's enjoying the plants, she's using them for cover. The plants are still alive, which is miraculous considering my knowledge. So the dude from the Jungle Club gave me good advice so far. She's still very much a confident spider that sits out and about, doesn't use a hide much, and I'm absolutely delighted with that. The video's taken an age because I've been super busy. It's probably been a month since I started doing this, of course, because of the substrate debacle, and also been really busy, been on holiday, came back, so just decided to finish this now. So apologies for the disjointed video, but I hope you like the footage of the spider. These are absolutely phenomenal. The thing I hear a lot about them is people mistake them with Panther species, where they believe only the males have the purple or pink coloration. No, she's a confirmed female. She's as purple as Prince in 1987. She's absolutely gorgeous. So if you're thinking about picking one of these up, please do. You definitely won't regret picking one up. In the UK, they're around 35 to 40 pounds a sling. Bit of an outlay, but definitely worth it. And if you are thinking of grabbing one of these, let me know in the comments if you've got them. Also comment so we can have a chat about them. I'm absolutely obsessed with this species at the moment. Can't stop taking photographs of her. So I'll be happy to chat with anyone who's had the experience of keeping these. Maybe if you've got an older one or a bigger one, I'd really like to see some shots, some photos if you've got them. And before I go, quick message for Mr. Moran. I noticed you've been copying my style and machismo with your Suspiria shirts lately. It's hurt my feelings a bit, so I've had to downgrade from classic 70s Argento to a modern classic of The Witch, All Hail Black Phillip. So yeah, Tom, hope you're proud of yourself by copying my outfits. But everyone else, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I really hope that the rehouse helped or you found it interesting. See you again soon. Bye.